Hello, folks. Welcome to the Hello World, podcasting with Magdalena. Listen, thanks for tuning in and thanks for listening to my podcasting. So, how is everybody doing? This is my favorite question for those who are following me for quite a bit. And for those who are new, I just wanted to let you know my podcasting is about personal growth, figuring out what the heck is going on in this world, and share the information. And in the meantime, using actually astrology as a GPS for the collective and the personal guidance. Wow. I hate to start my podcasting this way. But I don't have to tell you. You know by yourself already that the energies are so ramped up. It's just incredible. So, as you recognize, I actually didn't do last week podcasting, and so it will be right now 2 weeks in 2 days that I did my last, episode. And the reason why I didn't do it is that, look, like I said in the previous podcastings, is that the energies are right now on the whole different level. They are incredible high, and it is about cleaning up. Okay, so there is not much that you can actually do about. You just have to kind of ride the wave and be with it. Okay, and so just kind of constantly telling you, hey, just clean and hold the energy. It just becomes boring. But anyway, so as I am myself watching what's really going on and processing all this in between, I kind of been hit by very interesting aspects, and I realized the best way maybe to explain it is use metaphors. Okay, guys, just give me a second. I am, sipping my coffee. So, and as I was talking with somebody recently, I kind of hit the realization. I said, wait a minute, the best metaphor here is actually my favorite movie, Matrix. And I decided to kind of go to watch the Matrix 2 and the Matrix 3. And it was a pretty interesting insight for me, because every time I watch it, there's always something new that I can hear. And because I have, experience from the past, it kind of matches. Okay. So now I can go retrograde and be able to better to understand and put into perspective. And so what I was realizing actually is that the number one, what we are really dealing here is the old programs are breaking down. But this is not a news. The another thing is what I was realizing is that systems or programs are hacking other systems or other programs. That was very interesting. If you go into the scene from Matrix, when the keymaker takes Neo in this hallway with all those zillions of doors, it really kind of makes sense, how these things are working. That, on every level, you have a system that has its own programming and it is working for that system. But then all of a sudden, as we are right now in this age of revelations, in this age of information, we have right now technologies. We are opening whole new doors, folks. And with that whole new steps, we are actually bringing whole new information and actually um, revealing. It's almost look like Wizard of the Oz, and when you go beyond, when Dorothy is going beyond the curtains, and she sees the wizard maker. So the same here is all of a sudden we can actually see how these programs are made it and how they are, are working for that platform. Also, what it became very interesting to me when you see those Mrs. Smiths, these are actually the programs and they have a purpose. But what is really happening right now in our reality, you can see it on so many levels, folks. When we start to break down these programs or reveal these programs, they are right now actually fighting back, meaning they do not want it to be dissolved because they had their own purpose and they wanted to keep that purpose, okay? And also at the same time, they can actually hide. Did you ever recognize in your own life that, you process something and whatever, and then all of a sudden you recognize, this is what I'm saying a lot of the time when you do this incredible shadow work. What is really happening is that when you do your work, you think you are done and all this stuff, and all of a sudden, in the midst of this unbelievable experience or whatever, you have this smack into your face with this whole new situation that you say, oh my God, this is still from the past. I remember this. And it became very frustrating because a lot of the time when I'm paying attention to this coaching programs and everything else, oh yeah, just tapping and do this and do that, and you will be fine. What a freaking delusion, guys. Sorry for that. It's just not happening that way. And what you can see it right now is that I am almost sensing this whole new level of new age, quote unquote, is kind of spreading itself out. This whole thing again on this whole different level that love and light, and you can do this or that or whatever and solve the problem. I mean, I didn't watch the debate here, but I just listened to somebody who was talking about that. I would call her this Mrs. Miracle was on the debate, and she was trying to say that she will approach the president with this for the high level of of love and blah blah blah. Wow. Okay, you know what it was right now? My frustration that I'm recognizing that actually this whole spiritual mumbo jumbo, it's actually just pulled in front of our eyes. And what it really means, weakening the population and taking away the true knowledge from them. Thinking that just by love and light, you can save the world. But folks, I think by now we all know it's not gonna happen, okay? Even through that video what I was watching about this Lady Miracle, she was talking about that this whole miracle was actually what's the word for it? Was, I would not necessarily say created, but channeled through the 3-letter agency. Very interesting. Okay, very, very interesting, because in these kind of times of despair, People who do not have the certain information, they do not know where to look, what to grasp, how to work with this whole thing, and then they are really going into this faith and just to grasp something. And it's very interesting, at least to say. Uh, Practically, just another mind control or suppression, however you want to call it. But we've been talking about this whole thing because we have right now actually Jupiter in Sagittarius being retrograde. Remember, I've been talking about for quite a bit, till end of August, we will have a lot of revelation about truth. Okay. Even what I really liked it about the things that the Matrix about, when the Neo talks to the Oracle and she tells him, well, you already made your damn mind. You are just here to actually figure out why did you make that choice. Well, I would say this, ponder on that one, because the question will end up to be, why did we came where we are right now in this evolution? And what is it that we are trying to figure out our choice? Why did we make this choice? To even be in here and now at this particular time, folks. Another thing is what is very important for me to share, and I think most of you know about that everything that is outside, and we've been told, it's actually 180. I cannot tell you since April, since the things that Jupiter went retrograde, how many bubbles bursted in my own reality that I had to recognize, wait a minute, this is just another 180 degree. And it becomes heavy duty, guys, because what it really does to you is that challenges your reality, meaning that whatever we are kind of looking for, that's least the answer, and oh my God, we just found the direction or reason or whatever you want to call it, and all of a sudden you come to the conclusion, oops, no, it was not. All of a sudden it just hits you. There's this whole new reality underneath. So at the end of this whole thing, I asked the question, so what is this all about? And for right now, I'm getting the answer. It's saying this all is for you to create your own discernment. Learn to discern. Learn to discern. Another thing, what I'm seeing in the much, much, much bigger picture is that we are really dealing with reset. And it is very difficult to see this because it doesn't just happen in the snap of the finger. It takes years and years. Particularly, I am following the cycle and the Saturn cycle. And actually, if I go back 30 years or 29 years ago, all these things, what is right now happening or breaking down in front of our eyes, it was just written, okay? And what I'm right now realizing, it's actually starting to manifest in their